Hello everyone, welcome back to Believers IAS Academy Bengaluru. This is topic of the day. And today we are moving to sports. But is it really sports or is it politics? So recently, that is yesterday, India defeated Pakistan and became Asia 2025 Asian Cup 2025 T20 champions. For the 3 years on the trot, India is the champion, defeating Pakistan twice in 2024 and now. And in this same tournament, India defeated Pakistan 3 times. And on all those 3 times, matches were very controversial. So we'll discuss what is the controversy. The topic name is India Pakistan Asia Cup Operation Sindoor and the politics of sport. So lot of things to discuss. Before we start our discussion, let us see some memes. Okay, let us see some memes which were famous.
I think that the way they were coming to us without any reason, I didn't like at all, and I thought that this is only the reason that I could give with my bat.
Began in the first game. Action from Bumrah.
Me and my darling were flying in a plane. Me and my darling were flying in a plane. The plane catch a fire and we fall inside the train. Paisa pani, paisa bani, paisa pani, paisa. Me and ਕੱਢ ਦੇਣੀ ਤਾਂ ਵੀ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਪੰਡਦੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਬਾਅਦ ਮਿਲਦਾ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਯਾਰ ਵੱਢਦੇ ਪੂਰਾ ਬੇਬੀ ਹਾਏ ਬੇਬੀ
For the game itself.
भाई का आया फोन रोड़ा हो गया राजीव चौक लोग कड़ बार अनलॉक करके गड्डी आगे तो बहुत
I think that the way they were coming to us without any.
And then Pakistani president. मजा आ गया. Instagram account.
Me and my darling were flying.
More angle of trophy celebration with your trophies. And Boomerang gives flying send off, and this is being covered by most of the news channels. And again, India Pakistan players refuse to shake handshakes. These are some of the issues. Again, Jasprit Burma made hand gestures, and again, Bo Brahmos and Noor Khan Airbase. This is how they are linking sports with Operation Sindoor. So these are the memes which you have seen now. Now let us go back and see whether is it really necessary in sports or is it not. We'll discuss everything. So let us first understand two quotes. One is from Nelson Mandela. He says, sports has the power to change the world. It has power to inspire. It has power to unite people in a way little else does. So he is of very positive and optimistic about the sports. These quotes were given when South Africa won rugby championship. South Africa won rugby championship. The famous Springbok. It is the team of South African rugby. They are called as Springbok. They won the game in the World Cup championships when he gave this quote. Now let us see another quote. Sports is war minus shooting. This is given by George Orwell. Both these quotes fits this particular context or this particular topic very aptly. We will discuss. Just this is left for your interpretation. Next, background to what happened. In Asia Cup 2025 Dubai, India beat Pakistan 3 times in Group, Super Cup and Final. And in all the 4 occasions, Indian players led by Suryakumar Yadav refused to shake hands with Pakistani players at the toss or post-match as well. India also declined to accept the trophy from Mohsin Naqvi, that is the president of Pakistan's Interior Minister plus PCB Minister and ACC, that is Asia Cricket Council Chief as well. Prime Minister Modi tweeted that this win was like Operation Sindoor on the game field. See, even the politicians, okay, not the politicians, but the Prime Minister of India is tweeting about this news. So this was no ordinary cricket rivalry. It was a symbolic politics on the pitch. Okay, one of the instances where sports are used for politics. So this is a tweet by Narendra Modi. Operation Sindoor is the game's field outcome is the same. India wins. Congrats to our cricketers. Okay. Next, these are some of the images which showcases players refusing to shake the hands. And then Operation Sindoor. These are other images. Okay. Let us discuss Operation Sindoor first. What is the military context? Operation Sindoor was a result, or it is a reaction by India for Pahalgam terror attack which happened on 22nd April 2025, which killed 26 civilians. TRF, that is Revolutionary Front of Lashkar-e-Taiba, claimed responsibility, and India blamed Pakistan for harboring him. So response was Operation Sindoor carried out by India on 7 and 8 May 2025. Targeted strikes on terror camps in Pakistan administered Kashmir and Punjab. India claims precision strikes. Pakistan alleged civilian casualties. Next, symbolism. That is Sindoor. That is a vermilion invoked cultural grief. Many victims were Hindu men leaving widows. So this was the hidden meaning behind this Operation Sindoor, because many of the Hindu men died and the women's Sindoor had to be removed. So it was a symbolism of this here. Strategic message was India showed willingness for calibrated cross-border retaliation beyond mere diplomacy. Okay, so this is what happened in Operation Sindoor. There were lots of issues. There were also instances where this could have been a full-blown attack by India and Pakistan, full-blown war by India and Pakistan, but it was later calmed down. Both leaders came to their senses, not the senses, both the leaders came to the conclusion that the war is not feasible for both the countries. So they stopped. Then there are some gestures in the game, such as refusing handshake. What is its meaning? That is political non-recognition. That we are not going to recognize you. We are here to play the game. Just let us play the game and leave it. We don't need to shake your hands. You are not our friends. You are not our any colleagues. Okay. Then rejecting trophy from Naqvi. That is refusal to accept legitimacy of a Pakistani political figure. If he was only a cricket board, or if he was only ACC chief, then it would have been a different case. But he was also interior minister of Pakistan as well. So refusing to take or get the trophy handed over by Pakistani minister was not seen in the good colors by India. Then gestures from Indian players like 6-0 signs, counter narratives. That is, there were some Pakistani players who used 6-0 signs, that it shows that they were able to hit 6 aircrafts of India, which was hoax or fake news as usual. When someone asked their foreign minister, their defense minister, how did you come to know about 6 Indian airplanes that were bust down, that were fallen down? He said it is all over social media, and his source of news was social media. So that is how blatantly lying Pakistan ministers were. Next, the counter attack was, net effect was, cricket become a proxy battlefield for national honor. As Mandela said, sports has the power to unite people in a way that related us. Here, the opposite happened. That is, sport mirror conflict instead of uniting, it divided people furthermore. So, legal dimensions. First, we will discuss the legal dimensions of it. What will be implications for India? Then we will discuss ethical dimensions. Then we will discuss political dimensions, and then we will discuss whether politics is necessary in India. Necessary in sports or not, and why India didn't shake their hands. Was it necessary or not? All these things will be discussed. First, the legal dimensions. According to the ICC Code of Conduct, it prohibits political sentiments or provocative gestures. So, handshake refusal may be grey area, but rejecting trophies or making military references can invite sanctions. Sanctions in the sense of fines or warnings. Actually, according to the ICC preamble, it says that always congratulate your opponent. It says always congratulate your opponent, no matter how bad the result is. So if you are taking just by this particular preamble, which is in Article 2 of the ICC Code of Conduct or ICC Charter, that is International Cricket Council Charter, then obviously this is illegal from Indian perspective, because India didn't congratulate the opponents in respect of the matter. But not only India, even Pakistan also will not congratulate you of India as well. So both the countries might affect or attack some sort of sanctions. Then ACC, BCC and PCB duties. Sports bodies must maintain decorum, but often align with the state policies. That is what happened with respect to current Indian BCCI. International law and Operation Sindoor. India claims self-defense under Article 51 of United Nations Charter, and Pakistan calls it sovereignty violation. So the legitimacy hinges on necessity, proportionality, distinction. This is with respect to Operation Sindoor. Next, freedom of expression versus sports regulation. That is, players are also citizens. They have the right. Players may express solidarity, but tournament regulates political speech. A clash of rights versus rules. So recently there was another issue. Not recently, almost 5 6 years back, when Mahendra Singh Dhoni wore military gloves for his military gloves while he was keeping. So, like in the tournament by ICC, there was a warning that you have to remove these gloves because they are from Indian Army, which is not not needed in international cricket competition. So, I had to remove these gloves. So, there has been many instances like this. Then, ethical dimensions of the sports. What is ethics of sports? Okay, so according to ethics of sportsmanship, fair play, handshake, respect for rivals, or the core values of sport. So all these values were broken in the particular instances. And instrumentalization of dilemma. When athletes are forced into political justice, does it erode their autonomy? Meaning, are you doing it out of your voluntariness, or are you doing it because of the political pressure? Are you doing it because of the compulsion of you being a citizen of a country? Then, justice versus sportsmanship. Some argue refusal gestures honor victims of terror. So, this is also ethical. Others say it dishonors the spirit of game. So, it is again left to one's interpretation. For Indians, it is honoring the victims of terrorism. By us not refusing to shake the hands of Pakistanis, a country which has harbored terrorism and terrorists, and the terrorists who have repeatedly inflicted deaths and destruction in India, this is right move from Indian perspective. Then UNESCO Charter on Sport in 1978 says that sports should promote peace, mutual respect, and understanding. So none of these were being promoted in this particular tournament. Like only with respect to India and Pakistan. Rest of the games were very fine. There was camaraderie, there was shaking of hands between the rest of the countries. But the issue was only with India and Pakistan. Next, should politics be allowed in sports? Should politics be allowed in sports? There is one quote by Muhammad Ali, who is called as People's Champ, who is called as the greatest boxer of all time. He says that athletes are not just performers, they are also citizens. They are also citizens of a country. So they have their opinions. So this quote supports politics in sports. That is, sports reflect society. Ignoring political realities is artificial. You, as a member of society, have experienced, have gone through the terror attacks, have experienced the pain that India as a whole went through when the Pahalgam attack happened. So, you as a citizen, you as a member of society, have all the rights to express your opinions as well. So, this is right. Then, symbolic gestures can signal solidarity, unity, and resolve. This is also right. Then, sports as a soft power. Victories amplify national morale and diplomatic messaging. The morals will be very high in these kind of situations, and we need to maintain the solidarity as well. So the gestures of the players is left to them. It is their duty whether they have to follow or not. But there is other side of this one, other side of this coin, that is arguments against. There is one more quote by Pierre de Coubertin, who is called as father of Olympics. He says that the true spirit of sport is not in victory but in respect for the opponent. So again, if you go by this quote, this is against involvement of politics in sports. Undermines sportsmanship, handshakes are rituals of respects. Politicization risks escalation, deepening hostility between the countries rather than curbing this hostility. Then violates global sporting codes. Reputational risk for India as well. India is considered or always considered as the most responsible country in the world. But these instances can harm that particular reputation. But India is ready to take that risk. Reduces sport to propaganda, ignoring its peace building role. There are instances previously as well where sports was used as a means to give their propaganda. Okay. Next, for example, I'll give you about Jesse Owens. Okay, Jesse Owens, who was considered as one of the greatest athletes of all time. Athletes of all time. He was a USA athlete who used to gesture like this. This gesture is for Black Brotherhood. Okay, so who are the Black Brotherhood? In USA, there was a issue that was going on. That was a civil war going on between blacks or African Americans and the whites of Americas. So he was participating on behalf of USA and he won in Olympics and he gestured along with his another friend like this. That showed Black Brotherhood. That showed African American Brotherhood, which was not considered or not pursued well, and he was criticized throughout the world. So there have been many instances where sports was used as a means to give certain gestures. Recently in 2022 Qatar World Cup, okay, where Lionel Messi won the World Cup, okay, in Qatar. Many were hesitant of going to Qatar. Many were hesitant of hosting a World Cup in Qatar because they found that Qatar was involved in corruption. Qatar was involved in corruption. They bribed Sepp Blatter. Sepp Blatter, who was the president of FIFA. Sepp Blatter was bribed. As a result, that particular hosting event went to Qatar. And also during the preparation to this Qatar or preparation to this World Cup, they built 6 to 7 new stadium. While the construction of this stadium was happening, many people died. Many people died, and there were no humanitarian uh, values followed for these workers. So many people considered Qatar was not the rightful owner, not rightful choice to host this World Cup, such a prestigious FIFA World Cup. So Germany, players of Germany decided to cover their mouths in response to Qatar's hosting this World Cup. So they said that this was a gesture against humanitarian non-human, like gross violence of humanitarian rights in Qatar. Okay, so these are some of the instances, and this current instance is nothing but another instance of politics in sports. So, arguments in favor of India refusing the handshakes. That is a general discussion. Now, what is so? Oh, what is it with respect to India not shaking Pakistan? Why is it such a big issue? First is favoring these arguments. One is moral protest against terrorism. Handshakes are symbol of mutual respect. Refusing them becomes a non-violent yet powerful protest against Pakistan's role in cross-border terrorism. So, if you are not going to learn by diplomacy, if you are not going to learn by violence, then we are going to teach you by sports. It signals that terrorism and normal diplomacy cannot coexist. That has been the mantra of Indian diplomats. Terrorism and talks or peace talks cannot go in hand in hand. Next, national sentiments and victory solidarity. After the repeated attacks in Uri 2008, Pulwama 2019, and Pahalgam 2025, public anger is very deep. Refusing handshakes honors victims' family, victims' memory, ensuring the state does not trivialize their sacrifice for sports protocol. Okay, so there is greater things more than sports. There is the lives of individuals, lives of people, lives of citizens. Next, preventing sports washing. That is, normalization in cricket could allow Pakistan to soften its image globally while allegedly sponsoring the terror. On one hand, you are sponsoring terror. On other hand, you are sports washing yourself to be a very honorable opponent in the sports. That cannot go hand in hand. Refusal denies such soft power gains in the international stage. Next, message of consistency. India has suspended bilateral cricket after every major attack. A no handshake stance is a policy consistent, and terrorism has cost even in cultural and sporting exchanges. That cost is not shaking hands, not showing respect in the particular event. Okay. Next, strategic signaling. Global sporting events are highly visible. Rejecting rituals sends a strong deterrent signal without military escalation. Okay, this is non-violent signaling against a particular country. You can see that. It conveys that relations won't normalize unless terror ends. Next, avoiding legitimization of perpetrators. Accepting trophies or gestures from officials like Mohsin Naqvi. This is the person who is running with the Asia Cup trophy. Mohsin Naqvi, that is Pakistan's interior minister, PCB and ICC chief, could appear as legitimizing state accused of harboring terror. We do not want to legitimize such ministers who are always in support of terrorism in Pakistan. So we do not want to legitimize that. So we are in our rights, all our rights to refuse the handshake. Historical precedents. Sporting boycotts have been used to oppose apartheid in South Africa, racial injustice in 1968 Olympic salute, Cold War aggression in Olympic boycotts. India's actions fall within this tradition of political protest via sports. So nothing wrong in it. Next, ethical justification, that is deontological view. That is, from duty-based ethics lens, upholding national dignity and protesting injustice is more important than ceremonial courtesy. Okay, just for ceremonial courtesy, we cannot forget all the injustice that has been done by Pakistan. A handshake here could imply ethical compromise. So, ethically, we are on our right side. Then, domestic and political responsibility. Government and players are accountable to who? Accountable to the people, accountable to the citizens. Cordiality despite civilian deaths could politically be tone deaf and morally indefensible. While people are dying here because of Pakistan's attacks, you are out there laughing with the Pakistan players, shaking their hands, eating in their homes. That is not recommended. That is not necessary. Go play cricket and come back. That's your duty. Okay. So you are also in solidarity with the loss of deaths or the loss of lives in India. Next, long-term pressure tactic. Symbolic isolation adds to broader diplomatic, cultural, and economic pressure. Denying normalization through sports may nudge behavioral change in a way sanctions cannot. Okay, so this can also nudge Pakistan or Pakistan government to take action against terrorism. So, political and legal analysis. The precedents that similar boycotts during the apartheid in South Africa, Cold War Olympics, Indo-Pak 2008 Mumbai post attacks were seen previously, and the legality refusal of handshake is not a crime, but breaches codes of sportsmanship. That is okay. And then Operation Sindoor's legitimacy or legality debated under just ad bellum. That is self defense. Okay, risk are escalation, sanctions, and erosion of cricket diplomacy and public polarization. And there is a balance needed. That is, state can project strength but must preserve some sanctity of sport as well. So, in the coming days, they can like de-escalate these issues. So, way forward. What should be the way forward in these cases? Sports diplomacy must not collapse. Cricket can still be a bridge. Again, very difficult to agree with or argue with this particular point with Pakistan. Sports, obviously, cricket is a big, like such a big, huge sport with so many followers in India and Pakistan, all the countries around the world. But this cricket can still be the bridge between the like people can be or to holds true to India, Sri Lanka, India, Bangladesh, India, Nepal, India, Bhutan, or all the other countries, but it doesn't hold true with India and Pakistan because repeated instances, even after so many instances of India to forgive and forget all the previous escalations, Pakistan keeps on sponsoring the terrorists. IAC and ACC should codify clearer rules on political justice. Okay, and then India must balance justice for terror victims with values of sportsmanship, and then encourage players to express solidarity in acceptable ways. That is, use of armbands, silence, and tributes without direct provocation. So this is a newspaper article which provided a balanced approach, but it is again up to the people because they are also citizens. Up to the sportsmen, they are also citizens. It is up to them what they want to do. But final thought is, as much as possible, try to avoid politicizing sports. But also another like flip coin is the people or the countries which are indulging in sports should also avoid sport terrorism. So concluding thought is sports cannot exist in a political vacuum, especially for India and Pakistan. But excessive politicization erodes its ethical foundation. The challenge is to let sports be a field of honor, not a continuation of war by other means. This is not the first case where two countries going head to head on a war have resulted or clashed in sports. This happened with Argentina and England as well, who were fighting over the Falklands. And in the 1986, Diogo Maradona scored hand of God and goal of century against England. So this game was politically charged. Many of the people or the players used provocative statements as well. And also this is normally seen in Argentina and Brazil as well. So this is not new. So sports cannot exist in political vacuum. So there's nothing new. India or Indian players are within their right to play whatever they want. So this is my analysis of this event. You can have your own opinions. If you have another opinions about this event, you can write in the comment box. You can argue with me. Be opinionated because UPSC respects a person of opinion. Okay. So this will be ending our video for the day. If you like the video, then please hit the like button, comment on it, and also share with friends. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel and click on the bell icon so that you don't miss any notification. With this, I will end the video. Jai Hind, Jai Karnataka.